in the shadow of the Almighty. At the edge of the wilderness, the Israelites camped, now free from the Egyptians' forced labor, homes cramped. The plagues had passed through, and they showed the power of a God who was with them each day and every hour. Yet they were still fearful that the Egyptians would attack, some still longing for that old life, wanting to go back. But the Lord led them forward, both day and night. They needed no man-made protection or artificial light. In the shadow of the Almighty God they would be. This was no ordinary shade like that of a tree, but a pillar of cloud to cover in the day, and a pillar of fire by night in the same way. It served as a protection from the burning heat, from the hot desert sands under their feet, an illumination and warmth to them in the night. I can imagine it was not too dark and not too bright. The Lord was their keeper, a shade in their land, a shadow of protection for this pilgrim band, an assurance of the divine presence of God, their guide, the one who even while in Egypt never left their side. This shadow did not always sit still. It moved in accordance to God's will. For as the Egyptians made their way to attack, the shadow of the Almighty had the Israelites back. The cloudy column rose majestically into the sky. The children of Israel must have wondered why, as the cloud rested between their camp and the Egyptian forces. I can imagine how it startled the sheep, cows, and horses. Now the Egyptians could no longer see their camp. By the night, the cloud became the Israelites' lamp. Hope returned to their hearts. They would be saved. They did not want to go back to being enslaved. The Lord said to Moses, "Tell them to go forward still, but in front them the sea, and on the sides are high hills. Lift up your rod and stretch out your hand over the sea, and divide it. The walls of water will stand up for thee." And Moses did exactly that, and it happened. And the Israelites walked into the middle of the sea on dry land. The light from God's pillar of fire lighted the road. The watery walls stayed put. They never overflowed. The Egyptians pursued and went after them yet. They did not know what they were about to get. The horses with chariots and horsemen got confused as thunder and lightning flashed from the cloud infused. They tried to turn back, but Moses stretched out his rod. The piled up waters rushed together and swallowed them. What a God who is able to do such marvelous things to save his own, even as they still continue to argue, complain, and groan. That same God of the Israelites is still the God of today. He still protects and provides for us in a special way from accidents, sickness, loss, death, and the grave. He still has the same power to seek and to save. Our pillar of cloud by day and fire by night, we do not physically see these today. That's right, but his presence is still ever present, ever near, when we surrender and go to God in prayer.